Hey, it's Dad Steve. Please like and subscribe. Please click on the Decimos icon. Click on subscribe, 100% free. Well, apart from blood in, blood out. Big shout out to ROK Scan in my comments. He kind of put me onto this video. I never watched Chisco. Never, ever, ever, ever. But I did get some gold from this one. There's going to be a difference of opinion on things in general, definitely, and definitely a difference in approach. One of the key things I want you guys to keep in mind is I'm saying that you need to focus in terms of what tickets you spend or what gems you spend. And I don't recommend you spend any gems at this event. The probabilities aren't there. But the key thing I'm saying that you should be looking for is it legendary? Does it have an inscription? And that is the minimum. If you look at these armaments here, the one in the top right hand corner, 10 tickets. One of the questions I was asking myself, I'm going to give you all the clues at the beginning, more so than the end, so you can like stop video right now if necessary. The armament in the top right at 10 tickets, as I said, that could be epic or legendary, but it definitely has an inscription. And we wanted to see whether there was any value, you know what I mean? Whether you could potentially get a legendary with an inscription at a low ticket cost, and he never did. And he spent the full, I think, 1,600 tickets. He spent about, I think it was about 80,000 gems, and he got nothing at all. Nothing at all. Another thing I want to take from this, I don't get misled by a sponsored creator. In some ways, and I think it did change his perspective, and I've done it myself. I'm not sponsored. Where he was saying he seemed to be very happy just to have a legendary, whether it had an inscription or not. But later on in the video, he'd have a legendary with an inscription and say, well, actually, I'm very specific about what type of armament I get. And in fact, I've already got the inscription, which is at the highest possible level, the gold inscription. Therefore, I am bothered about what type of inscription it is. What I'm saying is right from the get-go, it cannot just only be legendary because it's garbage. It has to have an inscription at minimum. And yes, it needs to be an inscription of a given level. And I was interested in whether that level was kind of reflected in the cost, meaning the number of tickets. And the answer was not really. You could spend a lot of gems to get those tickets, and the quality of that inscription may well still be low. You know what I mean? So that is very worrying for this event. And just to summarize another thing, right at the end, we got 12 free tickets for this event. I reckon, and if you saw my last video, you'd have to wait at least 8 events to get, say, I think that would be, oh my gosh, my maths is so bad. I think that'd be about like 90 odd tickets. Yeah, about 90 odd tickets, 96 tickets or something like that, in order to be able to get something decent. 8 events is 8 months. You know what I mean? And it's free to play. That is a very long time, but probably that's the only way we can go. Anyway, so I'm going to be stopping this video many times. Again, what we're not looking for is only legendary. That is not enough. That would be straight to garbage. The thing that we're interested in, and it goes very quick, so you have to keep an eye on it. The armament top right, it's gold and it's purple, and it definitely has an inscription. We want to see whether we could get some value to get a legendary with an inscription at a low ticket price. I'll tell you the answer right now, he never does. He never does. After all the tickets, it's either really unlucky or it's just baked in. It's just baked in, and I think it is baked into the price as a minimum. But even if you do spend at the higher price, quality is still not guaranteed, which makes this a garbage event. The other ticket that we're looking for is bottom left with the 2 cav kind of skills or attributes at a low ticket price. And in the bottom right of the armament picture is a little bit of grey, which suggests there's a question mark whether it has an attribute or not. Those are the types of things we're going to be looking for. So again, the key things, is it legendary? Does it have an attribute? Ticket cost? And we need the minimum attribute. The Does it have an inscription? Minimum, legendary, inscription, and we're looking at ticket price as well to get an idea about this for it to be useful to us. Let's go forwards.
I hope I get lucky. So here we go. 2 tickets. And we get... Oh! A legendary off rip. I mean, stats are mid. Not going to do anything with it, but okay. Now this we know is guaranteed to be legendary. 20 tickets.
Again, this is garbage. We don't care about whether it's legendary or not. Remember that it has to have an inscription to be of any use. Otherwise, garbage, garbage, garbage all day.
Yeah, I mean, I want legendary armaments for sure. What do we got? Another horn. But that is recycling fodder. 3 tickets guaranteed to have an infantry. Probably going to just be epic at this point. How lucky could we get? Right? Can't keep getting that lucky. All right, from here, we know this has an inscription. We know what...
Again, so yeah, we just want to see whether this one, with the inscription, will be legendary at that price. So 10 tickets won't be.
slot it is. I'll spend the 10 tickets. I'll bite. And epic. GG. This one's 5. Emblem's a pretty sick slot. Double cav is not actually something I'm interested in. Oh. Okay, honestly not.
Could have had an inscription, didn't. Really unlucky there. There was a low ticket price though again, so we're looking at ticket price, whether that gives us a clue about what's likely to come.
Oh, well, I think I have better for Arch, but okay. 4 tickets. Bro, I'm actually like, hey, that one's bad, but I'm like kind of on fire with this event right now. This one has all damage. Ayo. Oh, nope. No bueno. Epic. And an inscription. 3 tickets. And what do we got? Epic. GG. Now, I have to refresh this on my own, or it will refresh at reset. So I'm going to do the free refresh. I will hit yes. Everything gets replaced.
Okay, so we look at this screen. What we're really interested in is the top left. That is definitely legendary. We can see what type of legendary it is, and it definitely has an inscription. It's at 72 tickets. We want to see whether, that ticket price reflects quality. The answer is no, it doesn't. Really worrying, but again, it's quite useful in as much as this event is just to be dodged. You can spend all your gems on this and get nothing. He spent 80,000 gems and got very little. You got armaments and they were inadequate. You know what I mean? So anyway, so we're looking at top left, 72 tickets. For top right, it could be legendary, could be epic. It's 4 tickets. I'm saying that's likely to be epic. If I remember correctly, it is. And it's likely to not have an inscription, which says that the ticket price reflects quality, which was what I was trying to say in my videos. And it did. Looking at the bottom row on the left, again, that might be legendary, might be epic. At that ticket price, I'm saying it's going to be epic. And it's not going to have an inscription. And even if it was epic with an inscription, it'd still be garbage. But that would still be useful intel. Useful intel in as much as maybe there's that possibility that ticket price does not reflect quality. Depending on how Rock went about it. If we get a legendary at low ticket price, yeah, and it's look at the bottom right. Say if that one 38, it's a relatively low ticket price. If that had an inscription, then then you can potentially get value, but it never happens.
There's no scrolling in this event. It's not like I can scroll down. Everything gets replaced. There's no scrolling in this event. It's not like I can scroll down. Oh my God, that's expensive. 72 tickets? Holy smokes. Oh, I accidentally clicked on one. I got an epic. Okay. What do we get here? It's going to have an archer stat. Epic. Nobody cares. How about this one for 4? Got an archer stat. It's epic. GG. All right.
That's what we was looking for. That one in the top right. Whether we could get some value and potentially get an inscription at low ticket price. Didn't happen. And just remember, bottom row, on the left at 3, can we get some value from that? A legendary with an inscription. I'll tell you why it doesn't happen. And the bottom right, Can we potentially get? Well, it's definitely going to be legendary. Will it have an inscription of 38 tickets again? What happened?
How about this for 3? 3 tickets is nice and cheap. Nope. 2 tickets is nice and cheap. Oh, nope. And this one's 3 tickets. Come on. Nope. No luck. Okay, so from here, we have these really expensive ones. Now, I don't know if it's correct or not to just do them or to be refreshing. There will be a refresh cost, I believe, that is gems at some point. I could be wrong. If we go in here to the rules, when it comes to refreshing, let's see here. The shop will automatically refresh every day at 0 UTC. You can also manually refresh the shop up to 5 times for free. Subsequent manual refreshes will cost gems. There it is. There it is. So 5 times you can refresh for free. So there could be a strategy to like doing lots of refreshes to try to get to a situation where it's got an armament type you want. I don't know. I mean, that definitely could be a thing, but this is double infantry stats and it's legendary. It's in this scroll slot, and it's no good. Expensive.
Firstly, listen, I do want to give a massive shout out to Chisgul. Honestly, I don't want it to sound like I'm ungrateful. Just think about how I introduced this video. I'm definitely not ungrateful to Chisgul to put this video together. It's definitely going to enhance all our experiences of this event and gives us the heads up. And of course, there's going to be differences of opinion between 2 people, 10 people, 100 people. You know what I mean? So that's what I want. Just want to make that absolutely clear. I do appreciate him, and say we don't all come from the same standpoint or same mindset. And that was it. I don't want to go any further than that. But anyway, he spent 38 tickets on this. So that is, oh gosh, my computer brain tells me, oh gosh, my maths is so bad. Is that like 4,000 gems or something? Not sure. 38 tickets at 50 gems a ticket, and it did not have an inscription which says that ticket price at 38 does not reflect any kind of quality. You know what I mean? That is very, very worrying. 38 would take us 4 months or 4 events to save up to get for free, and all we get is a legendary without an inscription on it. It's just not good enough.
Expensive fodder. This one's 72. It's guaranteed to have an inscription. This might sound crazy, but I mean, look, let me just show you something, okay? In that slot, I've already got something really good. Do I want to spend 72 tickets?
And again, so this is a hint to what I was saying earlier. He's absolutely right. And he's right to be selective about what type of armament he's willing to spend any tickets on. 100% agree with that. The bit I don't agree with, whereas before that you were saying he was happy with just to get a legendary, which doesn't even have the inscription. And I think in some kind of roundabout way, me and Chisgul both agree that a legendary without an inscription, garbage.
For an armament in this slot, okay, guaranteed to have an inscription? I don't think I do, weirdly enough. So I think I refreshed that one, and I could be wrong in doing that. I could be filled with regrets. Let's just do it, and maybe I'll regret it later. All right.
Right, as I say, I've got to keep stopping the video, otherwise it's a reviews video. Anyway, so that's why I've got to stop it. But also, it goes very, very, very quickly. So, and I know there's going to be a crazy long video. So, in terms of what might potentially be interesting, top row, second from the left, 3 ticket price. It could be legendary. It could be epic. It's only 3 tickets, as I said. It could have an inscription. Is there any value? Is it possible to get a legendary with an inscription at low ticket price? It never happens in the video. Never happens in the video. And it's the same for the ticket next to that. Top row, could be legendary, could be epic, could have an inscription, low ticket price. If it ever happened, then that would be great. And you might as well as just give it a try and hope to be lucky, but it never does. And he spends 16,000 tickets. You know what I mean? It just does. It never happens once. And if it's low odds for somebody spending that many tries, there's going to be low odds for us as well. So in the second row, exactly the same, but it's 5 tickets. But that's probably because it reveals the Archer attributes. That's probably why it's 5 tickets, but it's the same situation in terms of we're looking for legendary, we're looking for an inscription. Let's go.
Now from here, we do get one of these tiered rewards, and look at this. Just doing 80 gets me this. What do we got? Horn of the North.
So I've got to stop it there. So we got to 80, which I think is like 4,000 gems, the equivalent to 4,000 gems spent. No inscription, garbage, no value in this event, sorry.
Triple statted Archer. I don't really care about Archer, and it all rolled mid-low. I'll lock it in case I don't have better, but...
Sorry, I don't want to get any... So I'm only stopping it because I don't want there to be any confusion. The fact that it's got triple stats is not enough. You want the attribute on top. You know, so attack and defense and even health, that's very nice. Health particularly, but you also would prefer an inscription, and it has to be a high level inscription. I've got inscriptions that give me 8% more skill damage. Or the minimum or the low end of that is 2.5% more skill damage. Much more useful than those lowest level stats. And of course, what you'd want is the inscription plus the stats, and you can get there via the transmutation stones. That's the whole point of this thing. And you're not going to spend gems to get the lower end crap. This is garbage.
Yeah, not amazing, but just doing 80 tickets, that'll run you 4,000 gems to get a triple stat armament. Here we go. 4 tickets. No dice. 3 tickets. And no dice. I mean, you know, a lot of them, that's just what it's going to be. 3 tickets. Nada. 4 tickets.
And again, so those were the 2 ones on the top row that we were looking for. Whether you could get that value never happened. Always epic. Never the legendary. Never the inscription. And let alone a useful inscription that we're looking for.
We know this is Archer and all damage. Like, I'm not excited about that. But I figure most of them, you're just going to get lucky if it upgrades to Legendary. Most won't, right? Epic, okay. This one is double Archer. Could be kind of neat, although I have no plans for Archer. Yep, and that ends up...
Listen, I've got to stop it there. So, yeah, it was 5 tickets. You did get legendary. You did get legendary, but legendary is not enough. And you did know the stats. That's actually quite useful. Told you the stats, ended up being legendary. Maybe the developers are giving you a clue that given all of that, still garbage, still worth 5. And I totally agree. That'll be straight to garbage for me. Not good enough without the inscription.
Being fodder. Legendary, right? That's cool. 26 tickets. Legendary, it's got an Archer stat. What do we got here, man? Ooh, yeah, no, that's fodder as well. Okay, GG. We hit the refresh here. Yes, sir. And
again, going on to that last one, never, ever, ever open something that's guaranteed to be legendary that does not have an inscription. Is complete garbage. It's just a way. 28. I think it was 28 tickets. Oh, my maths is so bad. 10,000, just short of 2,000 gems wasted. Just outright wasted. In my point of view, for anybody, no matter what level of spend, it's just a waste. Sorry. Anyway, on this screen, top left-hand corner, definitely legendary. Could have an inscription. 28 gems, that's of interest. The next one, 4 tickets. Could be epic or legendary. Be interesting to see if you can get a legendary with an inscription. I've already said all of these tries, none of them worked out. But anyway, can you get a legendary with an inscription at 4 tickets? On from there, it could be legendary, it could be epic. It definitely has an inscription. It costs 8 tickets. Is it going to be epic at that ticket price? Does ticket price reflect the likelihood of it being legendary with the magical inscription? I'm going to stop saying it, but I've got to repeat it because it's so crucial. And lastly, top row as well, could well have an inscription, but the ticket price is 5. Does that really give us a clue that it either doesn't not have an inscription? That's just not going to have an inscription, basically, number 1. Let's just stick to that. Ticket price reflects the probability that it just does not have an inscription, which means that it's outright garbage. Second row, second from the left, that definitely does have an inscription. It costs 10 tickets. Does that ticket price reflect the fact that that is going to be an epic with an inscription? Straight garbage. We'll see.
And now, gosh, legendary, and it's got a cav stat for that slot. I don't know if I want to buy that one or not. Like, I definitely am here just for infantry, really. Like, we're trying to maybe improve my arch formation for inf. Unlikely, but
There we go.
yeah.
We got it. So that was the one. It ended up being an epic. Let me play it a little bit more.
That inscription's not.
Yeah, it was an epic with an inscription. I think it was brawler. That's a barbarian type crap. Not very good at all.
Amazing. See. Do we go for it? I might just click the button and see what happens, but double cav stat? One rolled high, health rolled. I mean, its armament's just pretty mid all around. Cool that it's got high health, cool that it's got high defense, but kind of hoping for better. And epic. Okay.
Oh my gosh. I think that was that's the epic with the guaranteed inscription. Just skip straight past it. We'll never know what that inscription was. But either way, it was low ticket price. I think it was 8, was it? I think I think it was 8. I think tickets. It ended up being an epic. Epic with an inscription, still garbage. There we go. Not worth it.
This is probably going to be epic. Do I roll this legendary? I'm just going to do it. I'll just do it and cleanse her.
Yeah, so that was 28. So the ticket price was 28. It did end up having an inscription, cleanser, 7.5% damage to barbarians. Does ticket price reflect quality in this instance? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Anyway, let's roll on. That's garbage, by the way. It got really unlucky in a way. And listen, and thank you again to Chisgul, because it kind of reconfirmed a few theories, I say, about the ticket price and whether that reflects the likelihood of having legendary and the likelihood of a decent inscription. There's no value that he gets at any stage in this video, so that's the kind of the spoiler going forwards. But yeah, that's particularly bad. It's a very expensive event and probably too expensive to invest in. Let's move on.
But it's damage to barbs, damage to barbs. Actually going to lock that. You never know when you need double damage to barbs. It might one day have utility for a few minutes. All right, cool. I mean, maybe I'll suit up a barb march with some of that. I don't know. And we can claim the next tiered reward, but this one's not as exciting. All right, and we move on to the next one. Refresh. Wow, triple stat archer. I mean,
you know that tier reward that he just mentioned, for the cost of this thing, now that Barbarian 2, that maybe should have been the second tier reward, and there should be other guaranteed rewards given how expensive this event is, in my point of view. Anyway, looking at this screen, top row, as you know the drill. It's 4 ticket price. I'm looking at top left, armament. Ticket price 4. It's grey in the bottom right hand corner. It could be epic, it could be legendary. Ticket price tells me that is not going to have an inscription, basically, so it's going to be garbage. Same with the one on the top right. It's got a question mark about whether it's got an inscription. Looking at the ticket price, I'm saying no, garbage. Bottom left, I'm saying no inscription, garbage. And bottom right, it does have an inscription. I'm saying that it's going to be epic and it's going to be garbage at 10, the 10 ticket price.
for 70 tickets, legendary triple stat archer, I'm in. I'm definitely in. Now, what would be really cool is if I could get that for wedge, but you can't switch the formation mid-run and have these armaments change. These will all be arch, even if I change the formation type up top. Only after you refresh this little shop will you get a different armament formation. Okay, so you can't actually switcheroo. Would be cool if you could. I mean, you can switch, but like not.
That's interesting. Again, I think that's 4 tickets in the top right. Gave him legendary, as I said. No inscription, garbage.
Not after you know you've got a triple statter over there, right? And I am interested in triple stat. I'm not going to say no to that.
Again, could have been epic, could have been legendary. Ticket price tells me that's going to be epic, even though it has the inscription and the guaranteed inscription. There's no value in this event. It'd be value if that was legendary. You know what I mean? With an inscription, it never is. Garbage event.
70 is expensive. It's not my desired troop type. But triple stat could be generally very valuable. It's for 70, we find out. And,
oh my gosh, man. Oh my god. Thank you again, Chisgul. Honestly, we learned so much from this. That costs 70 tickets. That's 70 times 50 gems. My maths is awful. But that's a lot. To get that? Oh my gosh, man. No inscription. Straight to garbage. Straight to garbage. Wow.
mid low, honestly. GG. This one's got an archer stat and is legendary. And it's also no bueno. GG's on that one. Win some and you lose some. We take our free refresh here. All right.
Again. Right, so for this video, this screen, top left-hand corner, I'm saying that's got no inscription. That's going to be garbage. The second one at 4 tickets, top row from the left, I'm saying that's no inscription and garbage. Bottom right, guaranteed inscription, low ticket price. I'm saying that's going to be epic with an inscription, garbage. Everything else you shouldn't even look at, shouldn't even open, should only refresh.
Here we got a couple instruments. Wouldn't say no. I mean, I've got uplifting. I suppose I'm hoping for a legendary inscription. We know that that's like pretty unusual, but I would be like over the freaking moon if it. But I would be like over the freaking moon if it happened, right? That would be absolutely sick. 2 tickets over here. Northern Parchment, Payback. And now you can see it's 100 gems to refresh, by the way. So that the gem cost to refresh is going to get super real. And I believe these tickets do carry over to like the next time I see.
That was the one, wasn't it? Guaranteed inscription, relatively low ticket price. I think it was 11 or something like that. It was epic, straight to garbage. And he never, ever, ever should open that last one, which is guaranteed legendary, guaranteed no inscription. Never open it. 20 tickets. Okay, my maths is so bad. 50 for 1, so 10 is 500. That's 1,000 gems for this. Complete wasted.
The event. So theoretically, I could hold on to tickets. I have no intention of doing that, let me tell you. This one turns into a dud. Damage to barbs and double march speed is a bit of a yikes. 100 gems on the refresh. We're going to do it. Oh.
No, it wasn't a dud because of the attributes, you know, the siege and everything else. It was a dud because it didn't have the the drill, the inscription drill. I can't say it again. Oh my gosh, my brain. Top row left, 22, definitely legendary. I'm saying that does not have an inscription. The second one from the left on the top row, 78. Obviously, it's legendary. It has an inscription. Listen, I've watched this video already. I know he gets garbage on everything. But at that cost, I would have been hoping for more than from what it delivered. You know what I mean? So that tells us again, this event is to be dodged. So I can't remember if he opens it, but if he does, it was complete garbage, and he was really unlucky. Then from there on the top row, they should not open anything else. Second row, because as I said, you need the inscription. Second row, second from the left. It could be epic, it could be legendary. You got the purple and the orange. The ticket price is 11. I'm saying that's going to be epic with that inscription. and it's going to be obviously therefore garbage. And at 4, ticket price, third from the left in the bottom row. I'm saying it doesn't matter if it's legendary or epic. It's either going to be, basically it's not going to have an inscription, so therefore it's going to be garbage. Basically, let's go. The only thing which has the potential really on this page is either the top left, which should reveal whether we can get quality and value, aka legendary with the inscription. Is not going to happen because I've watched the video. Or that 78 ticket one really should have a decent inscription, and if I recall, it does not.
My goodness. So I've already got a good infantry armament here, but given that it's got an inscription, it's legendary, and I know it has an infantry stat, I'm kind of inclined to take it at that point and just kind of see what happens. I could technically do a second set for infantry, maybe. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't do this one. 78? I'm gonna have to think about that. This one's 22. I know I recently got a legendary inscription here, so.
Okay. So it was legendary, and it did have an inscription at a relatively low cost. I think it was Counterer. So that's interesting. That's interesting. I think that's counter attack. The inscription called Counterer ended up being counter attack. So it is possible to get an inscription, a legendary inscription at a relatively low cost. Is it possible to get a legendary inscription of a high level at relatively low cost? That was never shown in this video, but it is encouraging that we at least got the inscription at low cost, with that one is just revealed in the top left.
I don't have to take that one. I could be very selective here. Look, we're doing this event technically for the second time, but first time on a main account. And I don't yet.
And again, he revealed that one just now, which definitely had an inscription, ended up being epic. I understand why he skipped. I would skip as well because I know it to be garbage, but he never qualified it that it had to be legendary with an inscription, and again, it has to be.
No, the entire strategy. I think this gem cost is going to make its way all the way up to 500. For 20 tickets, I'll certainly do this. Legendary, and
should not have no inscription.
No dice on that. And we go over here, we snap this off. This could be triple statted. No, it's not. Oh, this isn't triple.
He is 100% right here. He's 100% right. Because if you remember, if you see my video, especially the first one, I went through the information, and it said that the attributes will be of your chosen faction. Now, 2 of them are. What about that third one? Did he get lucky with those 2? Even though they're only 1.6 and 1.5, which again, when you think about the cost of these things, is really just not good enough. That should have been 3 attributes on that inscription. All of Archer. All of your chosen... Well, actually, it's meant to be chosen faction, isn't it? There's no choice in the faction. Yeah, it's only choice in the formation. You know what I mean? So that's really bad. I thought it was going to be something, this choice chest, I thought it was going to be something along the lines of, it's in your items, and then you will select whether it's infantry, archer, or cav. You know what I mean? And then you just find out what attributes you've got. But if you don't even know what faction it's going to be, and you don't even know what the inscription is, oh my gosh, at that cost, oh my gosh, 5,000 gems to get to that. And it's just question marks. What he's raising here subtly. No, they've done a massive error on that. In fact, they should pull this event. They should. I don't want to overstate it. They should pull this event, and they should fix that straight away. Every single one there should be of the same faction. But I say beyond that, you should be able to choose what faction it applies to. Oh, it's a garbage event. Wow.
statted. I thought this was triple statted. It didn't say that it was, though. It's just guaranteed to have an inscription, and, well, we got a dud here. And the stats are low. GG. All right. God.
Again, he said he didn't say that it did. The inference is that it would be. That's what you're thinking, Chisgall, and I am exactly of the same mind. They need to pull this event and fix that straight away.
I don't need this. If I'm honest with myself, I don't need this.
What is the difference between Eastern and Western dragons? Eastern dragons are seen as symbols of good fortune.
I don't need this. If I'm honest with myself, I don't need this slot. Other slots, yes. This slot, no. I'd rather save my opportunities for something else.
You're too quick, Chisgall. You're too quick. Okay, we'll just.
GG. Aye. Okay. I actually did that.
He's too quick. I can't pause to see what the screen is offering, what he should be doing. Okay, we're just gonna have to go with it.
So what am I doing here? Is I'm basically exchanging.
Okay, thank you. All right, so yes, yeah, we're gonna have to let the other ones go. All right, so top row, the ones that have not been revealed. 28 tickets, could have an iconic. So I could have an inscription, sorry. It's just going to be interesting to watch. Is that going to be a legendary with an inscription, or is it just an expensive legendary? And again, top row for 38 tickets, same situation. Will it have an inscription, or will it be garbage? That's the real answer. It doesn't matter that it's got two archer attributes. Really doesn't. It only matters about, you know what it matters about. And second row, bottom left, it's definitely going to have an inscription. Is it going to be also legendary? If not, garbage.
Gems or increased chances of getting something that is actually going to be relevant to me. Maybe. Okay, that's the exchange that I just did there. And so far, I have not gotten, I think, a single armament I would actually use.
Again, so it didn't really pause, but again, I can let him off with that. It was epic in the end. So for that ticket price, it ended up being epic with an inscription. Garbage. Do not spend on this event, and do not hope that there's value in something at a low ticket price, which may end up being good. It will not from this video.
My armaments are in a pretty good spot. I don't know that do I need this slot? I have uplifting. I'd love to get an inscription. Double archer is like not amazing, but legendary for this slot is kind of what the doctor ordered. At
28 tickets with a chance of an inscription, and it wasn't there. 28 tickets to basically just get a legendary armament. Straight to garbage. Too expensive, this event, honestly, and low probability.
Ended up being triple stat, but like mid to low. I think I go for this because this is the slot where if I get an inscription and it's legendary or
38, honestly, are okay. This is just a money spinner for them. They want to draw people in. They want to draw whales in. And if they, you know what, ironically, if they increase the quality, so there was a decent chance of getting something, they probably will. But if I was a whale, which I'm not, or if I was, whale meaning crazy money, I wouldn't get drawn into this just because it's a waste of time. It's just a waste of time. You can spend all the time on and the gems and the money on the event, and you're still not going to get anything. You're going to be in the same position. You just wasted something. I just wouldn't bother.
Maybe not rare, but we're trying. Yeah, we're trying. Okay, maybe we'll get better. I don't know. 100 gems, refresh.
Okay, whew, we got it this time. Yeah, same story. Top row, the one with the four ticket value and the 5 ticket value. There's 2 with 4 ticket values. Possibly it's got iconic. Sorry, possibly it's got the inscription. If I say attributes, sometimes honestly my brain, I mean inscription. That's what we're looking for. Legendary plus inscription. We're looking at the value. Is there any value? I don't think there will be. It's either going to be just legendary without inscription, or epic with inscription. That's what I'm saying. Let's see. Go.
Let's go, baby. Now, I will say, obviously, if you are newer to the game, that an event like this one is way more valuable to you. Like, the less strong your armament collection is, the more value you get from an average pull in this event, right? For someone like me with a pretty advanced armament collection looking to get...
Listen, I actually disagree with him there. I know I keep stopping it so it's harder to follow, but what he's saying is he's not totally wrong in as much as if you're doing it in this way, if you're going about it just opening random things, hoping to get lucky, you will, if you're starting off, then obviously something's better than nothing. But what I'm trying to say is, what I was kind of hoping for is if you get 12 free tickets per event, just wait until you get your 80s or your 90s or 100, and then keep them refreshing, using your free refreshes until you get something which is high odds to be worth opening. Otherwise, just save it. ROK Scan, the gentleman in the comments that I mentioned right at the start, he said that those tickets roll forward. He was absolutely correct. That is probably the only strategy for this event, and I will not be spending gems.
One or two really good armaments if I can. You know, if I get them, it's insanely lucky. If I don't, that is the most likely outcome here. This one is legendary, and fodder. At least the fodder can then be turned into a guaranteed armament at some point, I guess.
Listen. That's not the way to go about it. So in terms of the best in game, you don't listen. Say if you got 1,000, number one, you need 1,000 million legendary armaments, and then they bowl down, and you get a shard. So to get the whatever you need in order to get inscriptions through the shop is just like forever, and most people are never going to get there. Number one, and two, they're not the best in game. They will be quite useful, but no, let's just skip past it. Let's just stick to this is meant to deliver what we need and just focus on that.
Guaranteed inscription via the exchange shop. But there we go. We did all those, and we're going to pop that 100 gem refresh here.
You know the drill. You know the drill. Oh my gosh, I lose my voice, but it's so important because I don't want you guys to get led astray. But listen, if you've already got what you need from this video, then I'll see you in the next. We're going to see this one right through to the bitter end, just to see if there's any value. I'm not, in advance, as I've said before, I've already seen all of these tries, all of the turns, and none of it revealed any value whatsoever. The ticket price does give a clue to quality, but does not guarantee it. You can spend a lot, which of equivalent gem value will be very high, and get zero or something that's straight to garbage. That's what I mean by zero. You will get a legendary, maybe even as an inscription, but that inscription will be of very low value for a relatively high cost, all those gems you've had to spend, all the equivalent value in gems. So that's what we're looking at. Anyway, for this particular selection on the screen, we're looking at, top left, can you get a legendary with an inscription for a 3 ticket value? And on the second from the left on the top row, can you get the same legendary inscription for 11 ticket value? And looking bottom right on the bottom row, legendary inscription, 8 ticket value. Let's go.
And I think I could just plan to spend many more gems on this, and really try for like specific
No, it was epic inscription garbage
spots if I wanted to. Oh, epic, GG. And I'm going to do this whole event on video here, so you can really see like from top.
And that one was only epic garbage.
To bottom what it looks like. This one's guaranteed legendary, but it's got cav stats and they all roll low. 2 tickets is really a very good price. IMO for like a chance of getting a legendary.
For a chance of getting a legendary, but it's still going to be garbage without, you know what we're talking about, the inscription.
Pretty worth. I mean, it's 100 gems. Right? This one, this is what I want to see. This is exactly it right here. Inscription, infantry, that slot. Heck yeah. What do we get? Looking for a legendary inscription, got armored, so that is just not...
Ooh, Now that is interesting. That is interesting. It cost 11. It could have been legendary or epic. I would have guessed that was going to be epic with an inscription. It was legendary with an inscription. Armored, was that a defense stat? Now listen, if you look at my other video, I ranked all the attributes. This was one not worth getting. Now have oh my God, listen to my voice. Have Rock factor that into ticket price, or is it, as Rockscan was mentioning, just still about probability, which is about 3%. I guess we'll never know. How deliberate are Rock in how they priced things? And it's either that they're kind of potentially giving you value, or they're potentially way overvaluing things. And even if it was 1,000,000 tickets, you know what I mean? Even if it was 1,000,000 tickets, it's still a 3% chance of getting any kind of attribute. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever, does it? It's possible, but oh my gosh. The price of the ticket should represent value. That's all I'm trying to say. And if it's not, then that's not a good sign either way.
I cut it. I mean, legendary inscriptions 1 in a million here. All right. We refresh again. We're up to 200 gems on the refresh. And by the way, there is a reason that they limit.
And again, you know the drill. You know what we're looking for. Let's just go. Let's see what happens, and we'll stop as it goes.
The refresh is to 200. I think they know,
if I can remember,
that you could be very choosy and very strategic about this and do a lot of refreshes. This is legendary with an infantry stat. That's exactly what I want to gamble on, but I don't make out like a bandit there. 3 tickets to me feels like it's worth just smashing.
Okay, so you may continue on that top row. You know what we're looking for. We're looking for legendary with an inscription.
No matter what. Even though it's got archer stats. This slot I would take a try for. I don't know if I'll get a legendary inscription on that. If I did, it'd be absolute.
No inscription. 22 ticket cost. I would not have expected it. Basically, to get an inscription, I'm expecting it. I mean, we just got it on that second row thing, but it was of low value inscription. I would have expected legendary high value inscription to be something closer to 100. You know what I mean? And I think there's a turn where there's something about 70 odd or 80 odd. It was legendary and had an inscription, but again, it was a low value inscription. So it's either that there's some of these which are closer to 100 or over 100 tickets, in which case, yeah, it reconfirms again about the value thing, or they're just charging a high price for something which is low odds to be of high quality, which who knows, maybe it is. We'll find out. We'll never know.
Wicked. This one's got infantry stats. This is huge. It was legendary. Pretty sick. Honestly, I do wonder, maybe I should be spending more gems and trying for some of those like double stat, single stat infantry. Like this time around, I got 3 very good opportunities here. And one of them sort of hit, but wasn't good enough. All right. Doing all right here.
Again, that one in the bottom right. The one in the bottom right. Epic. Scrap.
If you're a fan of addictive strategy games that have no cooldowns, then Million Lords is for you. Million Lords is a real...
Sort of hit, but wasn't good enough. All right. Doing all right.
Yeah, so the one in the bottom right. Epic.
Here.
To be scrapped.
Now we can go in and claim another tiered reward. At this tier, I don't think I get anything too crazy. It's that 1,200 number where I get something really enticing. And let's refresh on this bad boy, shall we? Okay.
Yeah, at the maximum, the 1,002, you'd think it was enticing. Another spoiler, wasn't.
Here we go. Inscription. Epic. Definitely worth a gamba on an inscription. Got a cav stat guaranteed legendary. I'm not interested in that per se, but guaranteed legendary is an interesting pull to me. We do this for 2 tickets. I can't believe that I'm only like halfway through my tickets. I'm going to end up spending a moderate amount of gems here on these refreshes. And I could just be more patient and wait, day over day. Legendary Archer stat guarantee. Yep, ends up being fodder there.
Okay, so he's just about to open this one. Maybe epic, maybe legendary. 5 ticket price. Let's see if we can get some value. Legendary, inscription, decent inscription. And it'll be the same for the one in the bottom left at 10 ticket price. The one at 20, actually all these ones in the bottom row. We'll see if there's any value. You know what we're looking for.
This one is the right slot, and it's going to have all damage, so it could be interesting. Epic. GG. All right. This slot I do not need. And technically this slot I don't need either. Like I literally just did that with an inscription. So I'm kind of inclined to skip on these. They're just kind of expensive and not on target for my account. Really
It's too quick.
weird, but this is where I'm at. All right. This one, 20 tickets, legendary, doesn't do anything for me. 2 tickets. Nope, that ain't it.
Yeah, this one is going to do 4. You know what we're looking for. Legendary inscription on that 4 ticket value, just to get an idea. Second row the same. Yeah, we'll see.
Epic. This is perfect. 4 tickets. We know the slot. We know it's infantry. That is why I should be spending gems to do more refreshes, honestly. Like that right there. This as well. Legendary, infantry stat guaranteed. Yeah, sign me up. 26 tickets.
No. You know this. You want the listen, definitely. And again, you'll see later. No. It has to have an inscription.
Slot is good. Really good stats here for archers. This is a great candidate to eventually reroll and inscribe. So we're gonna lock that up. Could be good for the future. Oh my god, this is perfect. The slot I care about, triple stat inf. Oh my god. That right there could have been really good, and it isn't. 4 tickets. This is the scroll. I want that. Nope. No good there. Double archer stats for 4 tickets. I'm kind of inclined to just not do these.
100%. Skip that one, my friend. You finally got there. Need that inscription.
And just spend the gems on the refresh, honestly. It's just not what I need. Weirdly enough, I'm going to spend a lot of gems trying to get what I need. But I think that's the whole point. The whole point.
Okay, so we're getting there again. If he does that top row legendary inscription, what we're looking for?
Of the little teaser is what you really need. This is an inscription. I'll go for it. I'll bite. Didn't work out. That's fine. I'll always bite on an inscription, man. Almost always, unless I know.
Definitely, my friend. Definitely. Listen, this is a spanking brand new event that we're all learning by doing. So yeah, always bite on an inscription, as the man said.
Oh, that it's for one of the slots that I don't need one for. Oh, look at me contradicting myself shortly after I said a thing. Okay. So from here, do I spend 22 tickets for this slot? I think the answer is no. I'm going to do a 300 gem refresh. Those gem refreshes are going to get expensive, but look at...
Listen, I think even for Chisgul, and as he said, he's a millionaire, so, congrats and all that. I think even for him, he got to the point where he's got so much garbage, he just didn't want to spend... they say innating, he didn't want to spend more and more garbage. You know what I mean? There was a 22 ticket cost, and he's just thinking, no. I think in his brain, he's changing his kind of plan and tactics for this going forwards. And what he should be doing is skipping that entire top row. Again, no inscription. And just focusing on whether he can get some value from those in the bottom right-hand corner. We'll see.
Yeah, baby. Rewarded. Double inf stat legendary. Yeah, I'm in. Oh! And it got an inscription. But...
That's really not bad at all. So I missed that on the top row. So you have to look back. I think, was that 28? Whew. 20, actually then, so that tells us, I think it's 28 tickets. It's possible to get a legendary with an inscription and say the minimum cost I've seen, which is this one, is 28. And of course, you take 2.5% more skill damage all day. Finally, we got there. I think this is the best that he got. And ironically, it's on the arch formation, so completely useless, which is just unlucky. But it tells us that it's possible, and you can have a different formation, and the formula or the mechanics of this event makes this possible, even if it was in wedge, I believe, at 28 in that exact same scenario. So that is still kind of useful. Thank you, Jizgul. Thank you. It's incredibly expensive for yourself. I know you've got the money in the back end to cover it, which is props to you, definitely. But thank you. This is a very useful, the most useful part of this video, 55 minutes in, probably the only useful part of the video from my perspective, from what I've given and what you've given, this bit right here. So let's not skip past it. Thank you very much. That's good.
Skill damage. Damn, I got clapped. 2.5, 1.9 as well. But that was certainly worth the risk. Could have been great. Turns out it wasn't. Could have been. 4 tickets. Yeah, sure. I mean, to see if it flips legendary, I'll bite for that like really small ticket amount, you know? We bite on this one. Nothing good. This is perfect. 4 tickets. The slot I want with an infantry stat. Nothing. All right.
Yeah, there's no value there, but still, I'm still thinking about that front, that top row, top left that I just spoke about. Yeah, 28 tickets. Noted.
This is the slot I want, so I'm gonna go for it. Legendary. We know it has cav stats, but robust. That is not what I'm looking for.
And again, 28 tickets, that massive, the magic number. 28 ticket price. There's a chance of getting the attribute. This is the low level. This one's a low level. Skill damage for me is not a low level attribute. Yeah, of course, it's not top tier. It's not gold. And there's going to be people who are whales who just think, you know what, for that price, it's never going to make the grade. It's never going to make the cut. But for most of us, including myself, 2.5% skill damage, not on this one, but on the previous inscription. Yeah, I'll take that all day. Thank you very much. Very good. Not worth the cost. The event's too expensive, but yeah, at least I know what I'm aiming for. I can save towards 28 tickets and maybe take the chance, and maybe, who knows, maybe get lucky. I've already got armament of that quality, similar to Chisgul. Chisgul's got better than mine, but you know what I mean? I think as a minimum, that's what we're aiming for.
Fortunately. This one's perfect. Stat, 3 tickets. We don't know what slot. Doesn't work out for me. And this one's 26 tickets because we know it's legendary. It has a cav stat, which for me is a downside.
Wait!
What do you want to pawn?
I want to use all my gold.
6 tickets because we know it's legendary. It has a cav stat, which for me is a downside, but I go for it. Nice health roll, but all in all, not amazing here. So now we're up to 300 gems on the refresh. Now, at this point, I could just be more patient and do this event over the course of several days, but I think my game plan here is to get it all into this, which is turning into a much longer video than I expected. Oh my god, we're at 25 minutes? That's insane. Okay. This would be good to do on stream, honestly. I wish I had time to stream this, but I just kind of don't. I'm actually going to be going to the LA meetup for Rise of Kingdoms. I'm so hyped. So tomorrow I'm getting on a plane, and then the day after I'll be at the meetup. I'll have some content prepped in advance so that can go live while I'm traveling.
I've got to pause now because we know how quickly this goes. We're looking at not this one. Okay, it's going to be legendary, but no inscription guaranteed. The second one, we'll see if there's inscription at that price and whether he actually opens it or not. We'll see.
Come on, baby. Emblem, but didn't turn out. 20 tickets for this bad boy. Sign me up. Oh, it did flip legendary, but didn't work out. GG. This is an emblem.
20 tickets for just a straight legendary with no inscription. That 20 tickets, I'm not brain again. So 10 tickets, 50, 500. That's 1,000 gems just wasted like that. Can you just waste 1,000 gems like that? Wow, it'll destroy your game. Oof. Dangerous video.
I don't actually need an emblem, but the 3 tickets, fine. Now, this is double infantry stat. It's legendary. It's this slot. Bro, I'm not going to do any better than what I got there, you know? So I think I actually pass on that. 300 gems. Here it is. Wow. Okay, so 20 tickets, guaranteed legendary. Come on, baby.
It was guaranteed not to have an inscription. Straight to garbage, my friend. That's a waste. 20 tickets, another 1,000 gems gone, bird. Woof.
Not going to work out. Fodder it is. Guaranteed inscription for 8 tickets. Flipped epic. GG. 2 tickets on a grab bag here. Nothing. 3 tickets on an archer grab bag. Nothing. Then 3 tickets on another archer grab bag. Nothing. All right, well, 3 tickets on an infantry grab bag. You like to see that.
Again, none of those have got any hint or chance of an inscription. I don't want to keep, I have to labour the point because this video's leading us in the wrong direction. It's worth just flipping these and expecting to get something of any use or value. It's not without the inscription. You know the drill.
Didn't work out. All right, this is a good slot. Infantry stat, 4 tickets. Yeah, I'm in. Sign me up, broski. Didn't work out. For 5 tickets, I will totally go for the double archer stat. Maybe one day. Okay, didn't work out. I mean, if it was legendary and rolled high, I got an inscription too. Could be really interesting.
Yeah, he did get the inscription. It was on an epic. It was unlucky. Yeah, this bad event. Not a bad video, sort of, but definitely a bad event.
All right, now we do the 300 gem refresh. Here we go. And, ooh, yes. Okay. 20 tickets for a guaranteed legendary. And nice slot, but didn't work.
That was one of the biggest wastes of money you will ever see. You know the drill. You know what we're looking for. Let's see how it pans out. In terms of the ones that could have an attribute, an inscription, sorry.
Yeah. This is exactly the one over here. We're going to go for this. 38 tickets, double infantry stat, the slot I want. And one.
Again, 38 tickets and absolutely zero. There's no value in this event.
One of them rolled high, 2 rolled low, and, one of them is archer. But I'm going to lock it. I don't know what I have for triple stat over here if I want to put something on. I think I've got better, but for now, we'll hold on to it. Then we'll do these cheap ones. And I still have 400 tickets, which is insane. I can skip the animation, bro. Okay, good. I am going to start skipping the animation. We speed this up. And do I really want to spend 38 tickets on this? I don't think so. Because again, I'll just...
No value whatsoever.
Show you again. Okay. I have...
From the event.
2 armaments here that are like really good, right? The first one is this bad boy, all right? And the second one I actually got after I put this on, this guy over here. Real tragedy for me that I applied Invincible and then I got a better one a couple weeks later. It is what it is. So I'm missing what, like 1%? I mean, like 1.7, 1.8% of stats higher if I'd only waited longer. But I was in a KVK. I couldn't wait. All right, let's get after it, shall we? 400 gem refresh. Whew, ricey, bro. Ooh, inscription, double infantry stat, the slot I want, 88 tickets, sign me up. Please. Please. Crash.
Honestly, really unlucky. 88 tickets and robust. He doesn't hover over robust for us to know what it is. I think that's going to be... I'm not sure if it's defense stats or if it's going to be some percentage reduction on skill damage received. I honestly don't know. So for each attribute, for each armament, there's about 15 different attributes. You know what I mean? So it's hard to remember them all. He's obviously not very happy with this one. 78 tickets to get to this. There's no value in this event.
Robust is good, but all the stats are low, making this a unhelpful armament for my collection. All right, well, the rest of these we can blast through. Hope for the legend. We don't get it yet.
Again, there was no value in it. Could have been legendary, could have been legendary, could have been epic, could have had the inscription, didn't. No value.
Okay, 3 tickets on this one. No dice. 2 tickets for the grab bag. Nothing. This is legendary. It's got a cav stat, but it is the slot I want, so we'll pull on that. No dice.
28 tickets and no inscription. Oh my gosh. No, dodge this event.
And
unless you're using free tickets.
Now we get a big reward over here. 1,200 tickets, right? What do we get? Oh!
I actually feel bad. 1,200 tickets, no inscription, pure garbage. Wow. Let's move on. Wow. I think he spent 80,000 gems for that at the end of it. Wow.
No dice, bro. No dice. Beautiful for getting triple stat, but mid to low at best. I don't think I even lock it because I have much better. GG's. That was the one we were really hoping for. That was like we were holding out for that. All right, well, let's keep blasting here and see how we do. 26 tickets guaranteed infantry stat over here. Legend.
Listen, I'm going to have to draw the line there. I think we got what we wanted from this video, and a huge I'm losing my voice. Huge thank you to Chisgall. Yeah, we learned a lot. What I learned specifically was it's a very expensive event. It's not worth the gems. Everything is low probability for the ridiculous 1,600 tickets that he spent, or whatever it was, 1,200. I can't remember. He got two things at some form of value, and that was 28 tickets at something which I can't remember if it was guaranteed legendary, and it could have had an inscription, and it did. I think one of those inscriptions was 2.5% more skill damage. Of course, it was on the wrong formation, but that's not down to Chisgall. That's down to ROK wasting our time, and again, the potential loss of value. Oh my gosh, yeah. This is an event to be dodged. Unless, as I said, you save up your 12 free tickets each event. Well, for 28 tickets, that's going to be, oh God, my maths is awful, about 3 events, potentially about 3 months. Wait until there's, as I said, something that could be maybe legendary, maybe epic. No, or was it guaranteed legendary? Oh God, you know. So look back at the video. Well, I think it was guaranteed legendary. Potentially had an inscription. It did, and then you just roll the dice on that. Another thing that we learned was even if you spend a lot more on tickets and you wait longer for those free tickets per event, there's no guarantee of quality. So yeah, this event is one to be dodged. I'm going to rest my voice. Please like, subscribe. That is Steve, and I'm out.